This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Ford. The last time I looked at this company was back on July 19th, so I have a few weeks of price action to discuss. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. Also, thank you to those who already subscribed and like my videos, it means a lot. Just a reminder that I have no positions in this company, so I'll give an unbiased viewpoint. We will start at the technical analysis by going over what I see on the daily chart and potential price targets. Then we will wrap it up by looking over the long-term pattern on the weekly chart. First thing I'm going to do is put a vertical line on where I left off for this company. It was back in July 19th, and then we had these two legs up, which I will be discussing. So in my previous analysis, I said that this was the continuation of the trend, because at first I drew the channel like this, but I said that it could be incorrect and we could be in a longer term downtrend, such as this one right here, because it also fits really nicely on the top and bottom of the swings. And then we recently had this break outside, and usually if we have a break outside of a channel, we're gonna try to retest a low, or even most of the time we make a new low. So since we had this two legs up right here, I'm going to show you guys that. This was the first leg up right here. And then we had a little two-legged correction, which is the center of the pattern, and if I move the first leg up, we're going to get the size of the second leg, and that's pretty much a perfect measure move. And then we sold off. So it looks like we're going to try to make that new low. This bar that just closed today is an inside bar for this really large red bar, so it doesn't look really good for any bullish action. We're also still getting resistance on the from the EMA. So we have the market structure, which is a breakout set and a new low in play. We have the EMA pointing down, and we have these gaps to fill on the chart back here. So usually if we have gaps, the price likes to fill it, because look at, we had a gap right here and we filled it. We had a gap over here and price came all the way back down to fill it. So most likely we're going to continue lower until this trend is over. And if I were to find the target for this downtrend, it would be the second leg down, and this would from the first leg. This was the first leg down. It would be actually a little more, and then this would be the second leg down. So it takes me about to the $11.65 level. However, it might not go all the way down here. It might just come back to filling these gaps before finding support and continuing higher. It could find support because if I draw a channel that the price is currently still in, this uptrend channel, you can see that this target is right on the lower side of the channel. Let me show you guys that right now. So if I connect the swings right here where we get the most touches, and if I drag it up, this looks like the channel that price could be in right now. I mean, it's respecting something like this. So as you can see here, we get a lot of touches on the lower side of the channel, and then I'm gonna drag it up just a little bit. So it looks like that could be the channel that price is in and respecting. So it looks like we had this overshoot over here. So if we have a breakout side on the top of the channel, we'll probably get the same reaction on the opposite side. So we could potentially see a break over here. However, we could just find support and continue higher, but most likely this trend is going to play out like I described and continue lower to these price targets. I'm going to go and show you guys this channel right here. This channel looks like it was the more recent channel instead of this one that was a long-term pattern. So this also makes sense because we had the same breakout side. I'm going to change the color so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's make it red. So in this red uptrend channel, we had about 3 to 4 touches on the bottom side, and we had 2 to 3 touches on the top side, and we just had this push outside, which is usually done when the market is like pretty much just having the finale, pretty much where it just does this last push up before selling off. And that's what we got. We were super far away from the EMA also, so we pulled back to it, and now we're just still trending lower. So since we had the breakout side on the blue channel on the long-term pattern, and this red channel that was the more recent price action, there's a very strong probability that we will see a break on these channels. Maybe not all the way over here, but potentially right around here. And this target right here also makes sense because it's on the lower side of the channel. Price moves back and forth between the upper side and the lower side of the channel if it's moving higher. So we just gotta wait till this short-term correction plays out before we will continue higher. But most likely we will continue higher, because anytime we get a break outside of a channel, price will try to make a new high, or at the very least try to test it. And after this correction plays out, where can price stop at in the uptrend? It would be probably this location right here. Since we had this huge leg up right here, this was the first leg up, and then we had 2 legs down. This was the first leg down, and then if I move it over, that's the second leg down. See how that fits right there. I'm gonna zoom in a little more. See, I just drew the arrow from this leg. That's about the size of that leg. And then if I move it over, when it started continuing down, this was the second leg, and the market moves in 2s. And look at price cannot go any lower than this, so that worked out really well. So if we continue higher from here, which we did, but let's just say these are the lows too, then if I just drag this over, and this will tell me where price is headed next. And if I just zoom out on the chart and put a horizontal line at that target, show you guys where price could be going at the $20 level. Like I said, the $20.74 level to be exact. And if price, let's say, drops to about the $11-12 level, which most likely it can before continuing higher, that's about a 74-75% gain. So that's pretty much everything I see on the daily chart. It looks like we were overextended from the EMA, and that's why we had this break outside of the channels, and then we pull back to the EMA. However, we fell underneath it and started finding resistance on that side of the EMA now. See, every time we're going up, we're bouncing off of it, and then once we're going down in a trend, we can't go back on top now. I mean, until we get like a reversal pattern or the downtrend plays out, or unless there's another way where we could just continue higher, is if the major pattern is strong enough to push the market higher. But we probably won't get that since we had this break outside over here. So that kind of invalidates the major pattern. So most likely we will stay underneath the EMA until about right over here. We will make a new low of the price action. So probably definitely break this $13 level to continue lower at this target and to fill in these gaps. And then we could see the new uptrend form to about, at the very least, at the $16-17 level to make a new high. And if it supersedes that, it can reach that $20 to $21 level. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the weekly chart. So the only thing that can change my mind about us not going lower would be how strong this bar finishes for the week. Right now it's like kind of like a red doji bar. So if it finishes like something like this one right here, or this one right here, for example, this one right here, see how it looks like a nice bullish bar with a lot of stem on the bottom, and the bar closes way on top. So that's what I would want to see to change my mind if we're not going to continue lower. However, how it looks right now for the week, it does not look promising. So the buyers don't want to step in at this level right now. So I mean, the weekly chart looks pretty much the same as the daily chart. We were far away from the EMA, just like over here we came back to the EMA. Over here we came back to the EMA, but this time we were further away from the EMA, so we could get that break. And also looks like we're still in this channel right here. So we just got to let this play through, make that new low at this about this level, and then we can continue higher. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised on what you could learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also, share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.